Hello and welcome to another video. So if I'm not mistaken, I think this is probably about the 7th or 8th video on my channel so far. And as you can see, I'm doing an Armies on Parade video for my Imperial Guard. So I'll just dive straight in and talk about it in more detail afterwards. So at the front we have a Regimental Command HQ Command Squad, or whatever it's called, with a Commissar and a Psyker attachment. Behind them I have a mortar platoon, who's kind of attached to the command section. I then have I can't remember what it's called, infantry platoon command squad, with a kind of lieutenant with a power fist and bolt pistol. See if I can't focus that. There we go. A medic over here, a standard bearer, and then a melter gun. That's that squad, and then behind them I have 4 squads of regular Imperial Guard. I've got one with a missile launcher, flamer, one with a missile launcher, grenade launcher, one with just a flamer. That's also my Chimera squad that can go in a Chimera. And then behind them a heavy bolter and grenade launcher squad. So that's my kind of core of my army, just 4 regular squads. I then behind them have a sniper. Moving on to the left, I've got a sentinel. A Kazakin squad, so these are the newer Kazakin models, much better than the old ones. I have the sergeant there with a power fist and bolt pistol. I've then got a plasma gun and a grenade launcher. Behind them I've then got a squad of 5 Ogryns with a Chimera. So again, that kind of doubles up between any of my squads really that want to take it. Squad of veterans then there as well, with a las cannon and another plasma gun. On this side as well, I also have a Hellhound flame tank with the characteristic Inferno cannon, and then a heavy bolter in its hull. Onto the kind of tank section, I have a squadron. You heard that right, a squadron of Lemon Russes. So 3 Lemon Russes, including 1 Demolisher with the appropriate armaments, and then a baneblade. Now this is, except for the Kazakin, this is the most recent, so the second most recent addition to the army. As you can see, I've painted it in the characteristic camo scheme of the Cadians, matching in with my other units. And that is it. So quite a small army. I have a few other units still that I have to paint, such as a heavy weapons platoon with 3 missile launchers and a special weapons squad with 3 flamers. And another Chimera, and like a Hydra with the 2 twin-linked long-barreled autocannons. So this army is one of my earlier armies. It's not my earliest, but it's one of my earlier armies. Most of the Cadians, I'm probably not going to be able to pick it up really up close like this, but they're not magnificently painted, which obviously I had a lot to paint, and I was also quite young by that time as well. I think it's probably about nearing 2,500 points. I think the lower side of 2,500, even with baneblade, because the regular Imperial Guard squads, I'm not going to call them Astra Militarum, because they are Imperial Guard, and they always will be. The regular Imperial Guard squads are only about 100 points each, so even with this, you know, batch there, that's only like 450 points of actual guard. So yeah, as I say, in total I think about 2,500 points. They've played many games, and obviously they're quite balanced. Playing 3rd edition, they're quite balanced. I think they play fairly versatile. They're quite versatile. You can build them in many different ways that you wanted to. So I normally kind of ally them, especially at the minute I'm allying them with my Adeptus Mechanicus cohort, which isn't very big. Or Space Marines, sometimes I ally them with both, or Sisters of Battle or Inquisitors. Obviously, if you see any old pictures of Inquisitors or Sisters of Battle, they're normally allying with the Guard. Yeah, so I like this army. Obviously, who can't love an army of tanks? I don't really have much else to say for the army. I have considered, excuse me quickly, I have considered replacing all my Cadians with the newer sculpts, because obviously the newer sculpts are a lot better, kind of detail-wise, and proportions-wise. The newer Cadians are more kind of true scale. Excuse me, oh dear. More true scale, as you can see kind of with the Kazakin. You can see if I compare one, I'll just pick one. If I compare it with a guard, you can see the Kazakin off, no, that wouldn't work. Let's try this. The Kazakin are slightly taller. And you can see the proportions of their heads especially. The Kazakin's heads are about half the mass of the regular guard heads. So that is a kind of a plus, because obviously it kind of depends if you like true scale or heroic scale. I'm not sure what I prefer, and there's also the fact as well that I'd have to replace the whole army except the Ogrins. All of the infantry I'd have to replace, which means a lot of painting, and I am quite a slow painter these days. It means a lot of painting, and I definitely do feel I prefer the older sculpts to the newer sculpts. And they're also quite expensive, but we won't talk about that. Yeah, so for the meantime at least, I'm sticking with old Imperial Guard. And I'm not switching to new Acadians. So yeah, that's kind of it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick video. If you have anything to say in the comments, please do put it in the comments, because I like reading and replying to your comments. Please do like and subscribe, guys, because it helps me along. I think I'm only, by the point of filming this video, I think I'm at about 29 subscribers. A like, subscribe, and a share would be great. I put all the time in setting up these models, videoing it and talking about it. So a few likes, a few shares, a few subscribes would be great. Until next time, guys, check out my other videos and keep hobbying. And I will see you in the next video.